Okay, so what we discussed last week. So we discussed about what all the yes we discussed how to initialize a dictionary and how to what is it like how to retrieve the data from dictionary, how to loop the dictionary. Okay, and then we have seen the differences between arrays and lists as well. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about some important. So we have discussed some of the features on strings, right? So to lower, to upper, and trim. Okay, replace all the other functions as well, I believe. So okay. So now we will discuss some of the features. Okay. So date, yes. Okay. We started working on date now, date functions as well. So if you have a how to represent today date. So in the only date format, I don't want any time. So for that we have to use date now dot now. Okay, and it represents only date. So date along with time. For example, if I want okay. So date now dot. So what all the functions are available, we'll see. So for example, I would like to know that after what is the day tomorrow. So I have to add so a function called add days of, for example, if I give 1, so what I would get, what is the tomorrow's date. So let us write and see. See, these functions are very important, friends. That's why now we are talking about this. Don't. So how to add a, how to get to know that what is tomorrow's, what is after 1 hour, what is the time. See, tomorrow's date is 3rd. That's what we got. And if you want to know that, so what is yesterday date. So what is yesterday date. So I have to use -1. I'm in trouble, I don't know how to do. So this is yesterday date, 11/1/2021 is the yesterday date. So and then when I go with this, so if I want to see like that, we can add n number of things. So here add hours. I would like to know after 1 hour what is the time today, after 2 hours, after 3 hours, okay, after 5 hours, or after add months, add year, it is same, whatever it is there. So we can do it. Add months is nothing but after 5 months, okay, after 1 month, after 2 months. See, I'm getting one call from office. I have, give me friends 1 minute. So sorry friends, extremely sorry. Apologize from my side. So keep on, my manager was calling. So if I did not attend, no, so actually like now we have a demo at 8:30. So now we are preparing all the documents regarding that. So he called me. Okay. So see, whatever it may be, we would like to add. So here add days, add hours, like no. See, my if we give any minus, so it will be going to the like no previous days or previous times or previous seconds, whatever it may be. Add days or like no add months or add years. All these there, all are there right now. So this is like no dot day. What it would give. Dot day, dot month, dot like no all this. See, today dot day is the second day. Okay, so that's what. So there are a lot of functions like no. See, and apart from that dot, see, there are some functions dot too short like no too long date, too long time string, too short date string. What it is. So this is also there is no. So too short date string. So that means that it displays only date. It truncates the time. So at the same way, like now I would like to display only time. Too short time string. See, okay. So it displays only time, nothing else. So like now if you did not keep it like this, so usually like now we will use this one in the real time whenever you are like now allowing to add a date, only a date, like now it never in real time we never go and like now use time. Okay, we always like now use as a, for example like now you would like to extract or like now you would like to pass some date value. So in like invoice date, our date of birth, okay, or something else like no created on modified date and all these things, like no we will use only date format. We never use time format. Okay, so these are all about the date. Okay, then what else? So see, like if you have a data in the form of string array, so how to traverse it? By using for each loop. So at the same time, if you have a data in integer array, so we have to use the same rather than in the type object, like no we have to use integer. Okay, that is the only difference. Okay, so and so we'll see some different. Okay, so this is and we have seen some like no contains, what it does. So it will search in the given string and like now we will get the result either true or false. So whether the string is available within the text or string array or not. The same way like now even if integer string or like no arrays or whatever it may be. So we have different functions. Collection. See, we have different functions related to collection. So this is add to collection. We have seen right how to add the like no if you want to add the data into the list. So we have used add to collection. The same way, so I have a data in variables. See, we have a data in what is this array. We will use a list. So exists in collection. So rather than using the functions which are defined or which are defined by the list, so here if I use what is this assign activity, we have to use whatever it may be. So in order to assign, you want to know R. So this is the list, right? So in this list what is it? This is the list now. Okay. So here new list. Okay. So of what is this? Integer, no? Int 32. Okay. And then you have to use from. Then this is the way. Sorry. From curly braces 1 comma 2 comma 3, so 5 comma 6 like this. So what is this? This is a int age list. Okay. So here some functions like message box, so what do we tell here? So int age list dot. Okay. So you want to add any item into this, so we can by using add. Or if you want to add a range of values, for example like some list of values to the existing list, so we will use it. Or so what is this? Contains. Okay. So we will use check whether a particular, so I will check a value 10 is exists or not in the input list. So these functions are very important, friends. That is the reason like now we are taking some time like now to know what all the functions are available. Like now if you are comfortable like now comfort with these functions, so I don't have any issues. Like now we can go through this and like, so here it is. So this is because of this there is no value of 10. So here we have only up to 1 to 5 6 1 to 6. So here, so I will give 5. So now we will get it. So now we will get a value true. So like this, like now we can apply all the functions on the list. So for example now, so just under the activities panel, collection, clear collection or exists in collection. So this is the, so for example like now if I select this activity, so what is the collection? The collection is integer is list. That is the input. So what is this? So the type argument is integer. Consider it is integer. So even though we got, so what are the inputs are required? Collection. So what is the collection we have provided? Like no, this is the list, right? This one we provided. And so what is the required activity argument is item. So was not supplied. So here we are going to check whether a particular item, see I am going to give here the same 10. So this is the another way to check. See, using assign statement like now by using any one of the, what is that, message box we used, or see, and one more is, okay, first of all we will see this. See now there is no error. So the error has been gone. Why? Because we have provided what are the value like now what are the input required values, required arguments to be passed. So we have passed it. And what is the result? So result it is control K. Okay. And type argument, for example like now I will use object over here, because see, because what is the type of this input? The collection is integer, and what is the default argument is default type argument is a object. So what is, we have to convert into what is the the required input. Okay, the input is the integer. So and then, so after this, where is the result? I would like to know that whether a particular element is exist in this collection or not. So here I use result. Okay, then we will get to know that whether it is a, see, there is no, the same result whatever we get here also we get the same by using different default activities. That means the activity is provided in UA path. So now I will give 1. Okay, now just run it. See, now we got true. Okay, so this is one of the, like this we have when we go for collection, sorry, this is the activity panel, just here COL, when I, okay, remove from collection, what it is, what it does means, so you want to remove a particular item from the collection. Okay, so here what is the collection? Integer age list. So before we got we have seen one function called whether a particular item or an element is exist in the collection or not, and here we are checking that. So we want to remove a one item from the collection. So this is item. So what we would like to delete it. So here I give 10. Already result we have created now one argument. So here result, take it, just tab it, so it will select into the, so here it is a integer. So now we did not remove it because what is the element we are what is the value we are trying to remove, that is not exist. So now I will give for 1, and I want to check whether an element or an value is removed from this collection. So how do you get to know that? So for that, any doubts, friends? So now what is the this is the main input collection, right? Dot use count. Okay, so then you will get to know that whether really an item has been removed from this collection or not. So now it is 5 because the element has been removed. So usually how many values are there? So if I go now here, and how many values are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so one value has been removed, right? So that is the reason we got 5 values here. Okay, so removing is working, and we have another activity called clear collection. So what is that? So it will clear all the collection. What are there are 5 6 values are there, right? So all the 6 values has been cleared from the collection. That is how it works. So this is all about, so how to add a collection, so how to, so the same way I will check it for array, whether it will we will verify whether this will work for only lists or even arrays as well. So int, so emp as is there, so it will work for arrays as well. Okay, so here, so remove, so how many we will remove it, what is that, 35 we will remove. See, Okay, so here we have to int, what is that, employee age, no, employee age. And then, so what is the result of this? Result only. uh, so array, we have initialized the array, so we don't need to use this one. But so yeah, we provided input as a int empas and sorry empas dot count now we'll see. So the collection was a fixed of a fixed size, so we will not use for arrays this. Whatever the activities we have seen for list, that is not, that we cannot use it for arrays. Okay, and so this is one of the observation, like no, see why we are showing all these things. No, you will get all this in the interview point of view, even when you are working. So for example, like no, because you do not have real time experience, when you are working on like no, when you go to office, maybe like no, after some days, anyway, like no, maybe after 3 months, once you get the job, so you want to work it from the office, like no, if anybody, your colleagues are like no, sitting beside you, like no, and see like no, whatever you are working, so you should not do this mistake, right? Like no, you should not use, okay, you should not use like no, like this, because you already like no, having knowledge of like no, all these things, like no, whether like no, arrays can be used in the collection, or like no, what are all the like no, input types of data we can use for collection objects, that means collection activities. Okay, this is all about basics. Okay, then we will move to, so I will remove this one, stop it. Okay, so this is the button where we can stop, we can stop it. So and then now, so we have seen for each loop, correct? So we can do one more thing here, activities type if. So we have workflow under else if and if. There are two control statements, so we can call it say control activities. Okay, so when I go here, just use drag and drop into if. What is this if activity? So we can tell it's a conditional activity. So this is conditional activity. So like now, what are the inputs it requires? If and condition, and then private. What is the condition you would like to put over here? So I have a data, so I will put the condition here. See, my condition would be if like now I am expecting some value to be in a array. If that value is not available, so I will like to add it, or that's what the condition. Otherwise we can do one thing. So if certain age of the function, like now age of an employee is, so I would like to list out what are the age of a employee of more than 25 years. Okay, So I would like to list what are all the employees are there of the age of the employee is more than 25. So in that case I have to put one condition. How do you get to know that? So that is what, so I have to use if condition. That means these are all the conditional statements. Okay. So if, what is the object? That means what is the input? So input here int empas dot is greater than $25. Okay, see here I am getting another. What is that? So is defined like a one dimensional array of integer and integer, because this is not a one dimensional array. So how can you do that? Correct. So for that, so we have to use for each. Okay, so I am going to take for each, and then where the data is available, the data is available under int empas. Okay, so what is this? Here the type argument is integer, right? Inside the body I have to use this if condition. So here it is there, no, just click on this and drag and drop into here inside the body. Okay. Now, so where the data is available now? Data is available in item. So here it will come here and check and take the first item, that means the 0th element. So and it put it into item. Now we need to check item is greater than 25. See now, what are the error it shows? The error is gone. And then, so here it is two types. That means if the condition is true, so it is a then part. So if the condition is false, so else. Okay, now we can able to, this is the actual if statement structure. That means if statement, how the if should be like look like this. Like now if condition is true, so go and execute this one. If the condition is false, go and execute this one. So and then, okay, so I would like to know how many, or what is the count of that. So here we'll see. The same, sorry, because each and every time when it runs, no, we would get that a different value. So what we do that, so here we are checking only, so and then we would like to keep it into separate list. Okay, so what we do, assign. Okay, so if it is more than 25, what we do? So I am going to create, I would like to know that how many values of how many members are there greater than employee of A is 25. So here I am creating one variable, control K, count. Okay, so here I will use count plus 1. Okay, so here a variable has been created. What is that? So it is a count means integer, right? So I need to take it as integer. So here we got it. Okay, and what is this? So I would like to change this. No, I would like to change this name as well. So this is in order to get confused, avoid the confuse. Where it is this count? So it is a sequence. So it should be. See here, which sequence it should be? There are two sequences, right? Either it will be in this or the main one. So that is the reason. So whenever we drag and drop any one of the activity, so we have to rename it in order to easy understand. So what it would say, this main workflow. Got it? Otherwise you get an error. I have been define under main workflow only. So the scope of count equal to count plus 1. I am going to create one more variable of is what do you say, teenage, correct, right? It is of type integer. So see, we can tell it's a adult rather than count. We can tell it's a adult. So adult means is 18 above, right? So now what is this? Adult plus 1. Show else. So it is teenage adult. So teenage. So the scope, because of the scope, we did not get it. So here it is teenage. What would be here? Teenage. Okay, and we greater than 80. So at the same time, so after this I would like to know that how many of them are teenage, under teenage, and how many of them are under box. So when it should be, so this should be, we will go and see. So this is the loop, right? So where it is ending? So here it is ending here. Okay, after this only we have to keep it. Okay, so now number of adults. Okay, so equal to, give some space, plus, okay, so adult dot string. So at the same time I would like to know that number of teenagers. So the number of NUMBR, right? Teenage. Teenage dot submit. See, okay, now we got number of teenage employees are, so we'll go and check it. What are the result it displays is correct or not. This is the input data, right? So 10 and 15 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the number of adults are 6 and the teenagers were 2. So what is the result we got? It is 2, right? So this is how we have to use if condition. So this is the conditional statements. How to use the conditional statement. Okay. And at the same time we have if, right? What is this? Else if. What it denotes? So else if is nothing but, see, we have seen if the condition fails, see, okay, so else if it doesn't have any else part again, see, if you want you can add it. See, if you want to add else, or if you again add else if. Okay, so it is like, if this condition fails, see, it should happen you would like to check multiple conditions. So if, for example, what do you say, in some of the situations where for employee or invoice number is like this, okay, if the invoice number is not like this, or this is not the employee number, invoice number, so you have to check multiple conditions, if, and again we will put else if that is the case, again if that is not the case, again we have to use else if, like that. Okay, so if one condition met, okay, if that doesn't meet the criteria, then we have to go for else if that is not met, again we have to go for else if. That is the reason we have a else if. Okay, so here the same, see, there is no there is no difference in passing the values. So here we have to put the condition and check if this condition satisfied, what needs to be done. If the condition not satisfied, okay, then we have to add you have to end this loop, or you want to put one more condition. Here we will decide. If I use else if, see, the same, it will add one more, and if you want else, okay, so like this, see, here it is only see, the difference between if and else if is, if the condition true or false. We can have only two two activities needs to be executed, either then or else. If I go for else if, so we have options again. If you want to include if you want to execute that condition, that means if you end up with that condition, so we can go for else. So you want to execute different different if conditions, then we will go for else if. That is the difference. Understood, friends? Do you have any any confuse, or are you able to understand? Sandhya, Praveen, Hemant. I believe you. I would request you see, this is the first time, right? So everybody feels the same. Okay, I would request you, please go on. What is that? A record session. Then you will able to get it. If it is not, if you are not able to understand. So friends, don't mind. I have to end here because I have to prepare some of the documents for my customer demo. Okay, tomorrow. Otherwise, if you are okay, today we will connect at 9:30. Otherwise, tomorrow as is the same time. So from tomorrow onwards, I don't have meetings during that time. So today only the customer is from Europe, so I have to schedule call during their time. Sorry. So tomorrow maybe we will extend our time up to 10 o'clock. Anyway, we will go to bed by 12 o'clock, right? So we never nobody goes to bed during 10 o'clock, 10:30, I believe. So I would request you please have your dinner, and we will stretch our time. Okay, friends. Thank you. Thanks for understand.